Good morning, everybody. While the church bells are ringing, I cannot believe another week has gone by. Someone up there is turning up the clock, because time is just going so fast. Well, a couple of you, you do make me laugh, but with happiness. I've had a lot of pain recently, and so it's been nice when you make me giggle. And you've said that you have a Sunday school lesson when the church bells are ringing. Bells are ringing. And I don't know how to start this off. I just wondered what church did for you. Do you even go to church? Did you ever go to church? I just wonder what we expect from church or from our church friends. I'm thinking in particular of two very dear men that I knew, two very dear men that I knew. Well, one I know, the other, well, he died in suspicious circumstances. He had a bad accident. That man was one of the nicest men that I knew. And he was a vicar. And I remember one day when he climbed up the hill. Our church was on top of a hill. And he climbed up the hill and he climbed up into the pulpit with all the worries of the world on his shoulders and said, "I do not know what I'm going to say today." And my heart broke for him. I wanted to get up there and then go up to the pulpit and get hold of that dear, dear man who I love dearly. And yet there are others who would have been disappointed, others which would have been sceptical, various things. I know another man, I'm talking about clergy here, a clergyman who, after doing his training, so to speak, with us, poor lad, he went somewhere else to hold his own church. And he has his own church. And he's gorgeous. He really, really is. And yet that man, he also has been plagued with depression. Very bad depression, not just feeling down. And I wondered what it must be like to shake hands with everybody who comes through their church. If any of you are church members, when you're in the queue waiting to shake his hands, what are you waiting to say? Are you waiting for him to make a personal comment on each and every person who goes through? Or are you waiting to thank him for his sermon, for the way he turns up every Sunday, for what he does? Maybe some of you don't live in a church community, but yet you have somebody who comes round and visits. So what are you expecting of this man who shakes over 100 hands every week? There are some people who you can just look at and they drain you. Absolutely drain you. I don't suppose it's their fault really, it's just the way they are. And then you have someone who just their very being makes you smile. They don't need to say anything. And somehow you find yourself smiling. And I wonder for these poor dear men and women now, because we have clergy women, what it is like to be in the pulpit looking down at all these expectant faces, and then when they've delivered their speech, to then go out and shake hands with all these people. Some which might say, it was a good sermon this week, Vicar. And others which say, well, I don't like that, you know, you shouldn't concentrate on the Holy Spirit too much. No, 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 I don't think you should do that. And others which, well, you will come and bless my baby this week, won't you? Do you know the worries and the weights that they must have on their shoulders? Do you know, a young man who we know, some of us know quite well, some of us don't, sometimes wonder, do we ever know anyone well? But how he always ended off his little blog with about a smile and what it does. Well, you know, there's someone else who also looks down expectantly. Hang on, change hands. Get me little book. Well, it's a big book actually. By the way, somebody mentioned in their comment that they must buy a copy of the Message. You know who you are. If you want, I have a copy of the New Testament, and it's totally going to waste at my house. So if you want it, send me a quick email. It's yours. So going back to these men and women who are looking down at their pews, wondering, there is also God. From Psalms again. God sticks his head out of heaven. He looks around. He's looking for someone not stupid, one man, even God expectant, not just one God ready woman. God sticks his head out of heaven and he looks around. He's looking for someone not stupid, one man even, God expectant. Just one God ready woman. You know, he's just looking for one of us. You know, he's not looking for a tribe. He's looking for one of us. Are we God expectant? So that's all I want to say this week. My Sunday school lesson. What do you do for your vicar, or rector, or priest, or whatever you call, you know, your ones? More than that, what do you do for God? And I think that's a very appropriate lesson for a Sunday school lesson, don't you? And bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you for all that you do for me. Because as I say, it's been a rough couple of days. And it is so lovely. So lovely. Just to be with my friends. Okay, God bless you. And I love you. And yes, I'm going to stop saying this now with my clicky bar. I'm going out. Because you'll never be able to turn on your telly without you thinking of me, will you? So I'm not going to do it no more. It's finished. Okay. Anyway, who would take their clicky bars to church with them? Wrong in my head I am. Wrong in my head. Alright. God bless you. Bye.